Now, a story in the papers today that really shocked us all here on the panel. It's about a Dutch girl called Noa Pothoven. Noa suffered from depression and mental illness after being sexually abused when she was a child. She also had post-traumatic stress disorder and anorexia. Noa said in her final social media post, "My suffering is unbearable. I breathe, but I no longer live." I know, it's so sad, isn't it? Despite being physically fit, Noa decided to end her life. This is with the help of a euthanasia clinic. This is legal in the Netherlands. She was just 17 years old. And literally, Nadia, we were all stopped in our tracks by this story this morning, weren't we?
We really were, and I think... Could you get a worse story? This poor girl, sexually abused and raped through her childhood, and then just gets to the point where she just cannot bear it. And I think she hadn't eaten or drunk, had she, for quite a while beforehand, before she made the decision. And now she's gone. And my initial thought was, I mean, this is crazy. You know, there's a mental illness going on here, and something can be done. And then I stopped myself, and I thought, well, you know, I do believe in the right to die. I do believe in euthanasia in all sorts of situations, but I've never thought of it from mental illness. I've only thought of it for physical illness.
Yeah, because I don't think we've ever discussed it, have we? We've discussed it many times for physical illness.
Because I would think, if somebody is in screaming agony and we're keeping them alive, what we would do more for an animal. Why do we do this? Why have we still not got... But then I caught myself and I said, well, you know, we've come so far talking about mental health and reducing the stigma and taboo around it, but are we yet really understanding what true mental agony can be like? And for some people, there is no pinhole of light at the end of the tunnel. And obviously, at this age, it's a different story, but I think, because I think so much could still have happened for us. So I feel really,
I think that's the age that shocked us
the
all.
age.
I think everything you're saying makes sense if you're 35 and you go, well, I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried this, and you're looking at it from a kind of a hindsight adult perspective. But I just think 17.
But what if she was twisted in physical agony day and night, screaming out in pain?
No.
Would you feel... I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No.
Would we feel the same?
No, absolutely. But I just think when there's one small chink of hope, particularly her, you know, her poor parents, I just think I would just... And she's obviously you know, an incredible young woman. She wrote an autobiography, and in the autobiography, she criticised her country's lack of specialised clinics. And you think, well, if they had more specialised clinics, maybe there's that little chink of hope that she might have come out the other side. I mean, a lot of people don't. I appreciate that.
What do you think about that?
But a lot of people have serious mental health issues when they're young, and they do come out of it eventually.
Do you think you could ever have euthanasia for somebody with mental health illness?
Yes. But as an adult, I just think 17 is too young.
But even as an adult, you know, that you think if somebody has, you know, a physical illness or terminal illness, and they know that's never going to get better, or they are paralysed, or, you know, the stories that we have discussed on this show many times, I kind of understand that. But even as an adult, if it was a mental health issue, I think if it was my family, I would be going, no, but listen, let's just try this one more antidepressant, or let's just try this treatment, or I'm sure that you'll come through this. Let's change your counselling.
But is that more about us?
Yes.
There's a family, there's somebody in my family who very sadly did end up killing herself, but she had gone through every kind of thing, you know.
There you go.
All the medication.
But not at 17, she wouldn't have done.
She'd gone through the electric shock treatment, everything. And as the family, I mean, the family would have wanted... I'm not close to her, but the closer family would have wanted that to continue for the rest of her life, trying to fix her.
Trying to help her, yeah.
And she ended it. I would have been happier for her if there had been euthanasia in place, just like if she was in screaming pain from some physical illness, rather than having to do... And she did it in a very brutal and
because suicide
upsetting way.
is brutal, and it's brutal for the families left behind, and everybody feels, you know, often has felt feeling guilty if only we'd known. So I suppose in this way, where it's controlled, that person is controlled.
And often it goes very wrong.
I just can't imagine... I mean, she didn't have to have her parents' permission because she was 17 or 16. Under that.
Yeah, between
77...
12 and 16, you need the
Yeah.
parents. This is in Holland.
And it says in Holland, 77 people who underwent euthanasia, it was on the grounds of mental illness, so that it is recognised there. But I just think, if I imagine that was Jack, I would just be thinking, but you're so young.
There's still hope.
There's still hope,
Yeah,
and
I
there's
think
medicine's always
But
changing.
take it away
and-
from the age. What would you think of somebody with a mental...
I still
not
think
the
I would
age.
be thinking, please, let's just... I mean, even this beautiful young girl herself said she just wasn't getting... The help wasn't there for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the social care wasn't there. And I just think... I think... oh, it's so difficult to know what I think because I've never experienced that. You know, I've experienced depression. We've all had down days and depression. I've never experienced that intense form of...
No, blackness and...
I find
that
it
blackness.
bizarre.
I haven't. I've experienced pain, things like that. But with mental health, I just think there's always... I feel there's always hope.
Yeah.
You've just got to keep
But
talking.
they don't feel that.
We don't
And-
fully
Yes.
understand
Yes, it's
mental illness
absolutely,
in that
absolutely.
we still, I think a lot of us are still guilty, and I certainly am myself, of thinking, well, we can get you better, and it will, and that's not
'Cause you
always
want
the
to
case.
believe that.
But I
Yeah,
find
you
it
wanna believe
bizarre that a country does not assist young people enough with mental
Yes,
health issues
to
in
help
specialised
them.
clinics.
Yeah.
But they will assist them
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
kill themselves.
Yeah.
How does that work?
That doesn't sit easily with me.
No,
It
and
doesn't
Also,
sit well
over
with me.
here, if you've got something physically wrong that can't be treated in this country, you either save up or you're given money to go to another country where it is accessible. Why couldn't that be the same with mental health? If she wasn't getting the right social care there, why couldn't it be that she was sent somewhere where the social...
But there isn't a lot of social care. This is the problem, and that's the same in this country. But I just thought it was so tragic reading about her. I hope she's at
so
peace
tragic.
now. I just hope she's at peace now.